Hi everyone, welcome back to MindEase with Sandra. It's good to have you back. So how have you been? How have you been taking care of yourself? Remember what we'll talk about here is your mental health, your mental well-being being very important. So as regard the last time we spoke on self-induced stress, how we should stop, giving ourselves all these, unrealistic targets, setting unrealistic targets and goals and all that, that kind of stresses us out. So today, something relatable today as well. We are going to be talking about today, what we're going to be talking about is your peace. Okay. And we are saying that your peace is non-negotiable. Is not negotiable. So here's is a topic surrounding it. We are saying stop negotiating your peace. Choose your mental well-being first. Welcome to MindEase with Sandra. It's good to have you back. Let's look into it. Recently, have you noticed how easy it is to trade your peace? Have you noticed that? It might come through relationships, might come through deadlines, might come through expectations, might come through approvals. You want everybody to approve of you, like you're a good person and all that. You want everyone to know that. Why trade your peace? So just one more push, you keep pushing. Let me just enjoy it. Let me just do this and all that, so that I'll be approved, so I can meet the deadlines, so I can meet their expectations or the expectations and everything, all at the cost of your peace. Let's not get it wrong. There are things you need to be responsible, you need to be accountable, right? And you need to be hardworking. And while you're doing it, you need to be smart about it. So what we're saying is that all those unnecessary ones that you want to overdo, you want to do to kind of get approvals or to be liked and all that, those extra things you do, that keeps you uneasy, that takes your peace away, they are not necessary. So we are saying that your peace is non-negotiable. Are we together? Are we together? Can we understand that? Can we at least agree on that before we continue? That your peace is non-negotiable, please. So let's be clear. Having your peace is not weakness. There are things you don't even have to react to or respond to, and you decide that, let me leave it alone. It's not weakness. Some people might just say, why didn't this person, do this or that? Please, those are expectations you don't have to meet. Not everything. You don't give your energy to everything. That is preserving your peace. And it doesn't mean that you're weak. It's not weakness at all. And remember that part of maintaining your peace is also more like resting. How much of rest do you get in a day? So resting is not also laziness. When you decide to just take a cheap meal and rest, it's not laziness. Please, protecting your mind is not selfish. Try and understand these things. Protecting your mind is not selfish because mental well-being is strength. And you're not going to lose that. You're not supposed to lose that for any reason. Please. Many of us we are taught to always cope, manage. Please trash that. I'm telling you today to trash it. Okay? Trash it. Sometimes they are telling you the more thing is more like you staying silent when overwhelmed. Say yes while screaming no inside. How do I explain that? Mostly practically like you don't want to do this. It's not okay for you. It's not going to help in any way. It's not okay for you. Inside of you, you know you don't want to do it, right? But you're just saying yes. Because why? You want to please people. You want to meet expectations. You want to get approvals. What? Why would you do that to yourself? So we are saying no. Okay? So we'll need to look at the fact that real strength, what it looks like. So what is real strength? So that we don't misunderstand the fact that maintaining your peace. What is real strength? Real strength is more like knowing your limits, knowing when to stop, knowing what is expected, what is needed, what is important. So you know your limits. So you also be able to say no when needed. You're called to do something and you know that the pattern, everything will go against what is, you know, against your peace and all that. So you already know, but you wouldn't want to say no. What we are saying, say no. Say please, boss, do it in the, in the most acceptable way. Say no. So also remember that you don't have to sacrifice your mind for pressure. Strength is knowing when something costs you too much mentally. That is strength. When something is taking too much of, costing you too much mentally, is stress and it's not good. That means you're negotiating your peace. So I hope we all agree on that before we move on. So having said that, so we're going to be looking at, warning signs that you're losing your peace. What are the warning signs? How do you know that you're negotiating your peace and that your peace has been tampered with? So once is you start getting irritated, easily irritated, emotionally drained, physically present but mentally absent. At that point, you should know that my peace has been tampered with. This is your mind asking you, and it's not judgment. So your mind is telling you that you're overdoing it, and you lose that peace that gives you stability. And remember that once you start negotiating your peace, once you begin to negotiate your peace, most times there's no going back. I appreciate that we all agree on something. Your mental well-being is important, and that can never be overemphasized. Please, that peace that comes from within, please experience it. It's important. And remember that probably because you're working, you have a lot to do, you know, that doesn't take your peace. You already know that this is what is required. This is what you signed in for, but there are ways to do it. Do it the right way. Go about doing your job, your task. Time yourself. There's something we call work-life balance. As much as we mix that up most times, you should also understand there are situations that will require that you take out some time to rest. Set this whole thing requires you mentally putting things together to say, okay, this is when this is required, this is the deadline, this is the timeline, this is the timestamp. You work as much as you can to deal with that. Anything coming into that particular um, setup is going to drain you because your mind has been conditioned already that this is what you're supposed to be sorting out. This is your task, this is your responsibility, this is your function, and you've already made up your mind that good, you're going to be dealing with this. The moment you begin to allow external things, you know, to filter in, you're putting your peace in danger. And that's, let me tell you another one, that relationship that is draining you, that is not giving you peace of mind, you think is worth it. Talk about it. And remember, you really do matter. And another thing you need to understand is everyone can be replaced. So why don't you take care of yourself? Please, can you do that? Thank you very much for joining me today. I'll see you again next week with more exciting topics. Before then, remember, you really do matter. Thank you.